Welcome traders to this educational video of Nifty Analysis, episode number 35. In my previous video, I had clearly mentioned that Nifty could test around 11,900 levels and possibly even a little bit higher than that. And we are seeing that market has tested almost the level of 12,020, and we could see a very big correction today. Nifty has closed almost 290 points down. Now, what was the reason that I did not share any new video with all of you about the new trend of Nifty? The reason for that was I was expecting the market to come down, and only reason for that is market was extremely overstretched in the short term. All right, I'm not talking about the medium or the long term. I'm talking about the short term. You can see just in a matter of few days, market was trading somewhere around 12,000-ish levels, and the price of this moving average was pretty far away. All right, so this difference between the moving average was very far. Now only important thing to recognize over here is that market could have possibly come down with a correction with lesser volatility, smaller candles, and possibly a correction of consolidation or a correction where you can see 3-4 days consistent correction, and then market slowly comes down and then again starts moving up. But rather than that, it has been a big candle, all right, and it has closed below this particular low of this hanging man, which is not a negative sign. So now the concern is that, is this the start of a new large correction, or this is just a dip in an uptrend? All right, so to find out that, let's go to the higher time frame charts, which I normally do. Now in the higher time frame charts, to be very frank, I cannot see anything much interesting, because this particular candle is a shooting star, this candle is a hammer, and both these candles are very close to each other, which is clearly emphasizing that market was little bit confused where it wants to go, because it saw selling pressure somewhere over here at 11,800 levels and support over at 10,780, 10,800 levels. Now this particular candle has not yet been closed because this is the October month candle. All right, so it's possibly not very useful to comment on that as of now. In the weekly charts, if I see clearly, again there is nothing much to say apart from we have some sort of negative divergence between the price. You can see, I'll just draw this, I'll connect the highs. You can see that price was making a higher high and the RSI was making a lower high. So yes, there was a negative divergence. Now the question is this negative divergence extremely powerful or not? I would say not extremely powerful, because according to me, divergences are very close to each other, then possibly the effect is extremely powerful. Yes, but nevertheless it is a negative divergence. But apart from that, I cannot see anything much over here. All right, only thing which I can see, if this correction continues, all right, we can clearly see that the high of this candle is above the high, the opening of this particular week's candle is above the high of the previous week's candle. If this correction continues and the market closes somewhere over here, this will be a negative pattern. This will look like a dark cloud cover, but that is possibly yet to be found out. Now in the daily chart, what we can see is, do we have any sort of negative divergence or any other sort of thing? The answer is no. What we can only see is that we had a hammer, this is the hanging man, and we saw that we had a very small candle which is a spinning top. Even this one is a spinning top, and we had a couple of dojis. So possibly since last 4-5 days, market was extremely range bound and it was confused exactly where it want to go, and suddenly today we saw a very big sell-off. Now as of now, it is pointless to even try to predict whether we are going in a very large correction or not, because there are not many signs available and there has not been any important level which has been broken. And I, being a reactive trader, I'm never a person who will try to predict a top or a bottom until and unless there is some sort of contrarian setup which is available in the chart, and which clearly there is no contrarian setup available according to me. So this was an important support. 23.6% Fibonacci retracement is an important support because it was you can see that clearly that this particular high was also giving support to the price. Now this level is a very important support. So if this correction continues, there is a probability that prices will possibly touch 11,550 and even possibly 11,400 levels. If the correction continues for a bit long, which is possible because rather than Nifty, I see Bank Nifty getting slightly more hammered in the coming correction, then we could also see Nifty dragging till around 11,250 levels. Now, if we start trading below 11,200 and 150 levels, I think the scenario will change, which I will try and update in my next video. As of now, it's possibly pointless talking about that particular level if that levels are not tested, and if I try to share those levels, many people will start getting bearish thoughts in a mind, which is not possibly right. So as of now, just remember these levels. If this sell-off continues, I think it is welcome because market was overstretched. It was required, but this was a surprise that it has came very fast. Just in a matter of day, we lost around 290 points in Nifty. So the first level which could be tested is 11,550, then is 11,400, and then possibly if the sell-off continues, then possibly 11,250 levels. All right. And my friends, there is something more to share with all of you today, that I am starting a new series. Just like Nifty Analysis, I'm starting a new series which is called Trading Talk, and the first episode is going to be live on 18th of October, 11:30 a.m. This will be a 1-hour session, and I'll try to keep more live sessions such. This is the first episode. Try to be present over there. And what I'll be doing in this session is, this is just an attempt from my side to help all the new traders out there in the market who are thinking of taking trading as their permanent profession, as becoming a full-time trader. So what I'm going to do in this particular session is, first I will do live analysis of all the important sectors in front of you live, and then we'll have a decent discussion, a Q&A session, which I've clearly wrote over there, live Q&A, where you will be able to ask questions to me. If you are facing any difficulty in trading, then you can ask me those questions and I'll try to help you as much as possible. All right. So I'll be live on, you can see on my Twitter handle, you can see this is my Twitter handle, Vishal Beda, @VishalBeda1980. You can come and you can follow me on Twitter, and I have shared the link of Zoom meeting. I have also shared the meeting ID and passcode, and I've given the date. It's 18th of October, and the timing is going to be 11:30 a.m. All right. So be there. It's a weekend, and try to make this particular weekend productive. Till then, trade wisely.